Welcome to the Cova Tembel podcast, global news and personal views, hosted by your new friend, Yaron. Thank you for choosing love.
Hello everyone, my name is Yaron and I welcome you to the Cova Tembel podcast. As usual, I'm here to discuss issues that are on my mind. This is the 12th episode of the Cova Tembel podcast, and I really thank you for taking the time from your busy schedule to listen to me. If you are new here, thank you very much, and if you are just coming back, thank you too. Now, this episode is going to be shorter than usual. I'm just going to speak about the Gaza hostage situation, my feelings about the whole idea, and also we're going to have the Cova Tembel music song entitled "I Will Talk With You." This week in history. No, please excuse me. I have the flu, and I'm just gonna try and talk and see if I'll be able to get through this. Well, the hostage situation again. We finally have a hostage deal, and although it's pretty hard for me to call it a deal, it's more like extortion. Some sort of blackmail, and it's all a sordid mess. The first phase of the agreement will see the release of 33 hostages, dead or alive. We have not received the list yet, and these 33 hostages will be released within 42 days. On day 16 of the agreement, discussions on the conditions of the second phase will begin. So for now, let's pray that the process will even, take a turn for the better, and that it will be completed even faster than planned. I really hope that whatever agreement is made can be expedited. I think we owe it to the hostages. And regarding the hostages and their families, it's probably a sweet moment full of happiness on one side and a sense of tragedy on the other side. And I'm not the first one who said this, but on October 7th, 2023, the new neo-Nazis have again shown the world how evil can a human treat another. And the spirit of these new neo-Nazis on the world stage didn't appear for no reason. The world has excused this type of behavior for decades, and from the spiritual perspective, I believe that excusing these barbaric behavior as if it were, fighting for freedom or any kind of excuse they made is a lot like, if I can use a metaphor, is a lot like accepting your negative thoughts as part of your nature and letting them destroy your health. So we get used to this type of excuses in the name of politics, and I only hope that the world has learned the lesson of all lessons, that the principle of live and let live, even though it sounds like a casual principle, it's actually a sacred one. Respect. Excuse me. And excuse me again. It's time for humanity to make a shift towards peace and let go of all this behavior and just say goodbye once and for all to all the people who refuse to see the good and the beautiful in this world and then choose chaos for their own personal gain rather than help create a beautiful world for all through cooperation. And this planet could be a real heaven on earth when we choose to think, believe, and act in a way that is loving and respectful. But it all starts with intelligent and sensitive people to begin choosing love while at the same time rejecting hateful actions and placing boundaries. In the same way, you can't make peace or accept negative thoughts and feelings in your own mind and body and then suffer their consequences. We can't keep trying to make peace and accept any type of barbaric behavior in the world. I think the world has let that slide for too long, and it just compounded on itself. And we saw in the last 25 years, not just Hamas and Hezbollah and ISIS and all these really extremist groups that have done horrible things. And I think it's a result of just excusing that behavior as if it was a cultural matter or if it has any justification. And I also believe that October 7th was such a horrible attack that even the Arab Muslim world was startled by how they have in their midst groups that are still acting in the ways of the Dark Ages. I think that the majority of the Arab world became ashamed and woke up from their nightmare and are just beginning to get their heartbeat back to a normal level, and they're shaking off the uncivilized and extremist image. But it's going to be a global effort. We have to help them reach that place where live and let live is a part of their nature, their set of beliefs. But I also believe that it's time for Israelis to continue and strengthen the principle of live and let live that we've had since the inception of the state of Israel, but which has lately receded by through electing leaders who almost led us off a cliff. So anyway, the next few weeks are going to be quite stressful and mixed with happy emotions. And once this whole ordeal is settled, I think then not just the Middle East, but the entire world will have to make a choice which way it's going. Is it going to keep excusing these actions in the name of whatever they think it is and justify them? Or are they gonna put the boundaries that tough love can make, and then produce a stable peace as much as possible on this planet? Anyway, that's all what I have to say about that today. And so leave your comments below and tell me how you feel about the situation. And let's go to the DJ corner now. This Cova Tembel music song is entitled I Will Talk With You. It's another special song that I really hope you like. Jessica Katz sings a really beautiful rendition of the Israeli classic, originally sung by Chava Alberstein, and the music was composed by the wonderful Alona Turel. The original Hebrew lyrics are by the amazing Rachel Shapira. The English lyrics, as usual, are in the spirit of the original and are by yours truly. And I'm dedicating this song to all the hostages in Gaza and anywhere in the world, anyone who's being held against his or her will, and also to all those who have come back traumatized from wars defending freedom.
When you look as pale as sorrow and entrenched inside your truth, let me talk the straight and narrow. Let me walk among your shadows. Let me be with you. I won't ask of you for reasons. I won't spoil your solitude. Falling back on friendly faces with a neck for social graces, I will talk with you. I can take it, I can take it. Don't you spare my pride. Don't you bother to prevent your thorns from breaking my stride. When you feel so dead and tired, could not sleep the whole night through, in the space where fearsome nightmares chase the dreams that lead you nowhere, I will stay with you. By your side I'm prone to wander, from eyes shut to open wide. Though the words I speak are often in the palms of hands they soften, they are on your side. When I hear or when you whisper secrets in my ear, I will pause to pay respect to the dead your heart held so deep. I won't ask of you for reasons. I won't spoil your solitude. Falling back on friendly faces with a knack for social graces, I will talk with you. I will talk with you.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the song and the musical break. I'll leave the link in the description below. As usual, if you like the content of the Cova Tembel podcast, please hit the like button, comment and share, and please do subscribe. It would really help me a lot to promote this channel. And as I say every week, you might want to tell all your friends about the world's best new podcast and then tell them about this one too. Now, let's move on to this week in history.
This week in history.
This week in history is from onthisday.com. So on January 18th, 2000, fragments from the Taglish Lake meteorite fell to Earth in northwestern British Columbia, making the salmon swim downstream. January 19th, 1825, Ezra Daggett and his nephew Thomas Kensett patent food storage in tin cans. January 20th, 1502, the present-day location of Rio de Janeiro is first explored. Apparently they found lots of feathers and sequins on the beach. And on the same day, in 1949, Cuba recognizes Israel. And I believe they passed out cigars. January 21, 1903, Harry Houdini escapes from the Halvemansteeg police station in Amsterdam, taking with him the lox and bagels. January 22, 1986, 100 people participate in the nude Olympics race in 38 Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius. The nude Olympics took place in Indiana. And some of the women experienced black eyes as a result. January 23, 1950, the Israeli Knesset resolves that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. And also, in 1957, on the same day, the Whammo company acquires the rights to the Pluto Platter plastic flying disc toy from the inventor, Walter Frederick Morrison, and they renamed it Frisbee. Now, on January 24th, 1656, the first Jewish doctor in North American colonies, Jacob Lombroso, arrives in Maryland with his birth kit.
Oh, really?
This week we won't have a parting joke. And so anyways, I hope you understand. So Home Planet listeners, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you next week. And hopefully we'll have more good news with even a better improved agreement that will be completed even faster than planned. Until then, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another, and defend the dignity of all living beings.
What are you still doing here?